Drivers' dreams. They express wishes which cannot be fulfilled even with the best will in the world, and certainly not all at once. But even when they come true, our dreams are often poles apart. One driver just wants to have fun with his vehicle, while another has to earn a living with it, maybe by transporting big heavy loads or fragile goods, or persons, quickly, safely, comfortably, if possible anywhere at any time. The VW range of transporters and buses is so wide that some of the most outlandish dreams can come true. Of course, they can't snorkel, and they can't hover. They're not cross-country vehicles. But they are available with four-wheel drive under the name of Synchro. And four-wheel drive solves many a transport problem better, more safely, and more adaptively. Normal vehicles have only one drive axle, either the front or the rear. Non-propelling power or traction is proportional to the load on the drive wheels and the coefficient of friction between the tires and the road surface. The rear engine, rear-wheel drive configuration used so far in the transporter and bus provides good traction and handling with both loaded and empty vehicles. The four-wheel drive Synchro has the same positive qualities, including the same handling and suspension comfort. But in addition, it is almost twice as powerful as a two-wheel drive vehicle. This makes the Synchro a fast, comfortable and reliable road vehicle with excellent off-the-road capabilities. The enhanced driving power enables the Synchro to negotiate steeper inclines, particularly on unpaved roads such as this rubble track. And in addition, it can cope with much bigger trailer loads, even in such difficult terrain as this damp grass. Its permissible braked trailer load is 2 tons. With its four-wheel drive, the Synchro plows through even the stickiest mud. And neither snow nor ice can impair its maneuverability. In many situations where two-wheel drive vehicles would have to adopt snow chains to get through, the Synchro can do without them. In everyday situations, such as turning into an icy side road, where a two-wheel drive vehicle might get into difficulties, the Synchro has the edge on the others. The Synchro drive concept for the transporter and bus represents a principal breakthrough in four-wheel drive engineering. The engine, clutch, transmission and rear axle differential form a unitary block as before. A fast-revolving propeller shaft transmits the propulsive power continuously to the front axle, and the new idea here is that it works without engaging lever, without transfer box, and without an inter-axle differential, but by a new type of fluid coupling which is integrated into the front axle housing. This new coupling, shown as a model, transmits the torque continuously by fluid friction in proportion to the amount of wheel slip on the rear axle, up to 100%, like a fully locked differential. On the other hand, it prevents power discrepancies occurring. What does this mean from the handling point of view? The Synchro's drive automatically adapts to the best power transmission rating without the driver having to think about it. This is a great advantage when driving under rapidly changing road conditions. cornering, vehicles need special mechanisms to pull them round the tightest bend. In any bend, the outside pair of wheels have to travel a longer distance round a greater circle than the inside pair. The freewheeling front axle of a rear-wheel drive vehicle presents no problems. The wheels adapt independently to the corresponding radius. But wheels locked to one another via the drive always need a differential. Four-wheel drive vehicles require an additional differential on the second drive axle. And as the front axle always covers a greater distance round the bend than the rear axle, vehicles with switch-in four-wheel drive without a differential are prone to substantial stress on the transmission. Continuously operating drives therefore have a master differential, whose functions have been taken over by the Synchro's new fluid coupling, which, as we've already mentioned, also has an automatic locking effect. When negotiating difficult terrain or driving off the road, it's often desirable to cancel the effects of the differentials, to lock them. The Synchro is supplied optionally with differential locks as well, on both axles or only on the rear axle. These enable it to master many tricky situations. The locks are engaged or disengaged pneumatically while in motion. The front axle lock should only be engaged for off-the-road driving on broken ground, because on a smooth, grippy surface, the steering resistance is substantially higher due to reduced wheel slip. The driver's forward position is especially favorable in off-the-road driving, as there's no projecting bonnet to obstruct his frontal view, even in unusual situations. The sophisticated engineering of the bus chassis has been modified to meet the challenge of four-wheel drive, but its excellent handling has been fully retained. 20 millimeters more spring travel give the Synchro greater ground clearance, and for a comparable vehicle, it has unsurpassed riding comfort both on and off the road. This is opening up many new applications for it worldwide. The 5 cubic meters of loading space in the transporter van, coupled with its 1-ton payload, or the spacious accommodation for 9 passengers plus baggage in the bus, give the Synchro the edge on its competitors. The vehicle's power-to-weight ratio is also worth talking about. A range of rugged, high-torque, water-cooled flat engines give it beefy off-the-road power. model range is unique in four-wheel drive vehicles. All the transporter and bus models can be supplied with synchro, drive and all extras. For special purposes, the synchro is available with manual four-wheel drive shift and an optional version with 16-inch wheels as well. The Synchro is not an either-or type of vehicle. The Synchro is a lively, comfortable and reliable road vehicle with surprising off-the-road capabilities too. The Synchro puts the power of all four wheels firmly on the ground. It keeps right on to the end of the road, and then some more.
Multivan, the driving experience. Multivan, the all-purpose vehicle from Volkswagen. The Multivan is all things to all people. A large, roomy vehicle for travelling and business use, for leisure and hobbies, for families and holidays, for transporting and for shopping. It's an ideal city vehicle, yet provides living and sleeping accommodation. In short, the Multivan is the sum total of everything customers wish of a vehicle. The 6 million models already built have made automobile history, are at home all over the world, and often drive in conditions which couldn't be more stringent. Decades of research and development have resulted in extremely high constructional safety. The vehicle has high-quality running gear with independent suspension. The ideally matched running gear offers driving comfort and driving safety with unsurpassed distribution of axle load. VW commercials and buses are today the #1 vehicles in their class worldwide. The constructional characteristics and safety features of these vehicles are also to be found in the Multivan. More and more leisure, longer weekends, spur-of-the-moment short break holidays and hobbies promote the wish to be away from home and hometown more often and to be even more mobile in a very roomy vehicle offering the greatest amount of flexibility. Conventional cars are limited in this respect. But there are no limits to the Multivan. The interior is 2 meters 78 long, 1 meter 59 wide, and 1 meter 46 high. With a payload of almost 1,000 kilograms, hardly anything is too big or too heavy for the multivan. The driver's cab has plenty of headroom and legroom, incomparable seating comfort, and easy access to the passenger compartment. There's room for 3 passengers on the rear seat bench, and there's ample stowage space under the seat. The rear seat can be folded down to make a level area for resting or sleeping or for transporting goods. There's a 6th seat with stowage space behind the driver's seat. Standard equipment also includes an icebox for mains or battery operation, easy to care for plastic-covered surfaces, air vents placed at various points in the vehicle, a drinks holder next to the seats, a folding table between them, and powerful lighting above. The windows have button-on curtains. Certain items of equipment which are normally found in a mobile home but are used relatively infrequently have been purposely excluded from the multivan. This doesn't limit the vehicle so much in normal daily use or in its flexibility. The multivan, the vehicle which marks a new trend, the vehicle for nearly everyone and everything. It's easier to work in as the seats face each other. Drink a leisurely cup of coffee. Play a game. Read the newspaper. Enjoy a cool drink. Or just wait until the sun shines. The multivan has possibilities that a passenger car doesn't have. Changing facilities, for example, for the next performance. For relaxing after a long walk, perhaps. For games. Or for sleeping. Even with normal drive, it's a good towing vehicle. But with the Synchro 4-wheel drive, it's ideal for towing a trailer. The multivan can tow a lot. And transport a lot.
Darf ich Ihnen helfen, Mann? Sehr nett. Wenn Sie mir die schweren Kisten einpacken würden, ist das...
The multivan can be driven like a car. Everyone likes driving it. It's not longer than a car and can be parked in any parking space just like a car. The flat roof version fits in any normal garage. Multivan, the all-purpose vehicle, is as maneuverable as a car. The vehicle is available with diesel, turbocharged diesel and petrol engines, also with catalyst, and a particularly powerful fuel injection engine. Fuel-saving engines with performance figures comparable with those of passenger cars. There's a variety of optional extras. The multivan is available with ABS, and instead of the icebox, a 7th seat can be fitted for an additional passenger. There's also an auxiliary heater and an air conditioner. Elevating sunroof. The elevating roof on the multivan, which is shown here with an awning, has room for 2 additional beds. This version has additional stowage space in the front of the roof, for example for camping chairs. And if required, built-in cupboards can be fitted at the rear. The accessories range includes surfboard mountings and a roof rack for bicycles. The multivan is the vehicle for everyone and everything. Are you interested? Trying it out is fun.